Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Growing apples can be a rewarding and fruitful experience for gardeners and orchard enthusiasts alike. However, achieving healthy and abundant apple trees requires proper planting techniques. Keep watching this video for amazing planting technique for growing apple trees. Choosing the right location. Selecting an appropriate location is crucial for the optimal growth and productivity of apple trees. Ideally, apple trees thrive in full sun, where they receive at least 6 hours of direct sunlight daily. This sunlight exposure is necessary for the photosynthesis, which fuels the tree's growth and fruit production. Additionally, ensure that the chosen spot has good air circulation and is protected from strong winds, as apple trees are vulnerable to wind damage. Consider the soil drainage and fertility of the location. Apple trees prefer well-drained soil with a slightly acidic pH ranging from 6.0 to 6.5. Poorly drained soil can lead to root rot and other diseases, so avoid areas prone to standing water. Test the soil pH and amend it if necessary to create the optimal growing conditions for your apple trees. Preparing the soil. Preparing the soil before planting is essential for providing the best conditions for the tree's roots to establish and access nutrients. Begin by removing any weed or grass from the planting area. This minimizes competition for nutrients and reduces the risk of weed-related pests and diseases. Incorporate organic matter, such as compost or well-rotted manure, into the soil to improve its structure and fertility. This organic matter enhances the soil's ability to retain moisture and nutrients, creating a healthy environment for the apple tree's roots. Spread a layer of organic matter over the planting area and mix it into the top 8 to 12 inches of soil. Perform a soil test to determine the nutrients levels and pH of the soil. Based on the test results, amend the soil with necessary fertilizers or minerals to ensure a well-balanced nutrient profile. This step is particularly important if the soil is deficient in essential elements. Selecting and planting the right variety. Choosing the appropriate apple tree variety that is well suited to your climate and growing conditions is vital for successful cultivation. Consult local nurseries or agricultural extension offices to identify apple varieties that are known to thrive in your area. Consider factors such as pollination requirements, disease resistance, and harvest times when selecting your apple tree. It's also possible to look for disease-resistant trees such as Liberty, Jonah Free, McFree, and Williams Pride, which gives you the ability to grow organic fruit or to use fewer chemicals. Maintenance is easier too. You need to choose a rootstock. All apple trees sold have two parts, a rootstock or foundation, and a scion or top portion, which determines the fruit variety. A rootstock can be seedling or standard, which produces a full-size tree, or size controlling, which produces a smaller tree for easier care and harvest. For dwarf trees, make sure that the rootstock is specified. A bud 9 is a common hardy tree that's easy to train for USDA climate zones 3 to 5. The M9 is probably the most widely planted rootstock, though it could die in frigid winters. Buy dormant, bare root 1-year-old or preferably 2-year-old nursery trees with good root systems. Dwarfs and semi-dwarfs will bear in 3 to 4 years, yielding 1 to 2 bushels per year. Standard-sized trees will bear in 5 to 8 years, yielding 4 to 5 bushels of apples per year. The variety of apple selected should be based on fruit characteristics, bloom time, and pollen compatibility. Consult a local nursery to see which trees are potential cross-pollinators in your area. For best results, include a Grimes Golden, Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, or Winter Banana in your planting. These varieties are known pollinators. Crabapple trees can also be used as pollinators if they bloom at the same time as the desired variety. Nursery catalogs will provide pollination charts. Most apple varieties do not pollinate themselves or any flowers of the same apple variety. This requires planting at least 2 different apple tree varieties close to one another so that the bees can pollinate. There are actually some self-pollinating apple tree varieties if you're really short on space. However, even these apple trees will bear more fruit if cross-pollinated. When planting the apple tree, dig a hole that is wide and deep enough to accommodate the tree's roots without crowding or bending them. Gently loosen the roots and place the tree in the hole, ensuring that the bud union, graft, is above the soil level. Backfill the hole with soil, firming it gently around the roots. Avoid overcompacting the soil as it can hinder water and air movement to the roots. Water the tree thoroughly to settle the soil and remove any air pockets. Providing adequate care. After planting, providing proper care is essential to encourage healthy growth and fruit production. Regular watering is crucial during the first few years of the tree's life. Deep watering once or twice a week, depending on rainfall and soil moisture, helps establish a strong root system. Watering deeply encourages the roots to grow deeper in the soil, making the tree more resilient to drought conditions. Mulching around the base of the tree with organic matter, such as wood chips or straw, helps retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Apply a layer of mulch about 2 to 4 inches deep, making sure to keep it a few inches away from the trunk to prevent moisture-related diseases. Pruning apple trees is essential for shaping their growth, maintaining good airflow, and promoting fruiting. Prune during the dormant season, removing dead, damaged, or crossing branches. Open up the tree's canopy to allow sunlight penetration and improve air circulation, which reduces the risk of diseases. Consulting pruning guides or seek advice from local experts to ensure proper pruning techniques for your specific apple tree variety. Fertilizing apple trees with balanced organic or slow-release fertilizers in early spring can supply the necessary nutrients. Nitrogen is particularly important for promoting vigorous vegetative growth, while phosphorus and potassium support root development and overall tree health. Follow the recommended fertilizer application rates based on the age and size of your apple tree. Avoid over-fertilizing, as excessive nitrogen can lead to excessive vegetative growth and reduce fruiting. Regular monitoring for pests and diseases is crucial to catch any issues early and apply appropriate measures. Inspect your apple trees regularly for signs of insect pests such as aphids, apple maggots, or codling moths. Implement integrated pest management strategies, such as introducing beneficial insects or using organic pest control methods when necessary. Diseases like apple scab, powdery mildew, and fire blight can affect apple trees. Choose disease-resistant varieties whenever possible, and monitor for early signs of disease. Prune out any infected branches promptly, and apply appropriate organic disease control methods, such as copper sprays or fungicides if necessary. Thinning apples. Apples are often grown without any thinning other than what nature provides in the annual spring drop. However, to avoid potential disease and insect problems, it's helpful to thin after the natural fruit drop, about 4 to 6 weeks after bloom, to 1 fruit per cluster, or about 6 to 8 inches between fruit. This seems hard, but this practice evens out production, prevents a heavy crop from breaking limbs, and ensures better tasting, larger fruit crop. Soon after fruit set, remove the smallest fruits or damaged ones, leaving about 4 inches between those that remain. Storing apples. Only store mid or late season apples. Early season varieties don't keep, and are best eaten soon after picking. Mid-season varieties should keep for a week, while late season varieties will stay in good condition for anywhere up to 5 months in a root cellar. Apples destined for storage must be perfect, with no bruises or blemishes that could provide entry points for rot. Store apples by wrapping up individual fruits in newspaper or tissue paper. Place the wrapped apples onto trays that allow air to circulate. You can also store them unwrapped, but the fruits should not touch. Different varieties store for different lengths of time, so keep them separate and eat those that won't store as long first. The ideal store is somewhere cool, dark, and well ventilated. Most garages and sheds are ideal, while attics and basements should be avoided due to either excessive heat, lack of ventilation, or low humidity. Check stored apples regularly and remove any that are going soft, brown, or rotting. With that, we come to the end of our video. Growing apple trees successfully requires a combination of careful planning, proper planting techniques, and ongoing care. By selecting the right location, preparing the soil, choosing suitable apple varieties, and providing adequate care such as watering, mulching, pruning, fertilizing, and monitoring for pests and diseases, you can ensure the health and productivity of your apple trees. With patience, dedication, and adherence to these amazing planting techniques, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and experience the joy of growing your own delicious apples for years to come.